to AM Chat, and we're still looking into the business scene this morning. This particular sector is something you may not think about a lot, but something that we all use on a daily basis, something that we are all supposed to be familiar with. Technology, you know, that has been used for centuries now, that is basically, you know, let me say has been used for decades now, but is basically, you know, still on the rise in Nigeria in this particular profession. Surveyors have been around for centuries, and while their tools and techniques have changed over time, the underlying principles of measurement and mapping are still the same. They're still the same today. However, the advancement of new technology means that surveyors can now do certain things and report data, you know, and take their measurements with increased speed and accuracy. And so this morning we're going to be looking at the technology space in this particular industry. We're going to be looking at using technology to drive land surveying in Nigeria. I have with me two surveyors in the studios. I have with me Surveyor Olatomibi Olufemi. Yes, on my right here is Surveyor Odetomibi Olufemi. And I have with me on my left Surveyor Adedeji Olanrewaju. Thank you so much for coming for the show. We're going to be looking straight into this, using modern technology to drive surveying in Nigeria. Particularly, we're trying to open up every sector in Nigeria to modern, you know, modern techniques, and all that. So, as the world moves forward and technologies in various fields of human endeavor and their usage, one of the fields is land surveying and global navigation, and for the satellite systems is a modern technology. What is this modern technology in land surveying all about?
Okay, thank you, Tomisin. Good morning. Good morning, Lagosians. Good morning, Nigerians. Surveying is a very fundamental profession in the scheme of things, in development, in infrastructural development, and whatever that you want to do. And being pivotal to development, surveying cannot be lacking behind in the era of technological advancement and progress that we have witnessed. So these days we have improvement in our equipment base as a result of advancement in technological all over the world. Now the advantage of this is to enhance the speed with which we gather our data. You know, in surveying we have an aspect that deals with data gathering, we have an aspect that deals with processing, we have an aspect that deals with presentation. Now, in all of these phases, we have experienced technological advancement, and today now you want to look at GNSS, that is a global navigation satellite system, as a tool of gathering our data, which enhances the speed with which we gather our data and its accuracy too, and its reliability, because you should be able to have a data that is reliable, and that when it is subjected to test over a period of time, it should be found very relevant. So that is where we are today, and we are not static. We keep improving, we keep getting better, we keep having a step ahead to be able to deliver the best in context of a technological advancement, and that's where we are.
Mr. Olanrewaju, to what extent will this modern technology help to improve the construction sector as a whole?
Thank you. Good morning, Negotia. Well, let me first start by saying, for any meaningful development, surveyor must be involved. Yeah, definitely. From the grassroots to the final stage, and even after the final stage. Yeah. And for that purpose, in the past we used to have what we call theodolite. We start with theodolite. As time progresses, we move to what we call total station. As surveyors, we move with time, we move with technology. Where we are now is what we call GNSS. We make use of drone as of highest accuracy, and that whatever data we are giving out is of highest integrity, because we make sure we try as much as possible to gather the data, to manage data, to manipulate data, and to give out a very high integrity data to the public. So for any meaningful development, as a whole, in your world, surveyors will be involved. That is what I can confirm to you.
All right. As Nigeria complied with the GNSS surveying and the construction sector?
Well, we will not say 100% yes. It's just an evolving technology. It's just coming in, and definitely the awareness is increasing. And as we progress, definitely the level of compliance will also improve. But we also need to understand that in surveying, again, it all depends on the purpose of the exercise, that we actually determine what kind of a technological equipment base that the surveyor is going to deploy for that service, for that particular service. So yes, there will continue to be improvement in instrumentation and equipment, but the purpose to which that particular development is to be put into, and the budget also, because all of this comes at a cost. So the budget, the purpose, the intention will inform what kind of equipment base that the surveyor is going to develop. But definitely the awareness is here, and we are making improvements and increases on a daily basis. Okay,
there are indications that the Lagos State government has already commenced the installation of GNSS in land administration.
Definitely.
Is that true?
Definitely.
Okay, so how far has this project, gone?
Well, the project is ongoing. It's a new technology. We just commenced its implementation, and it is expected that as we progress, it keeps getting better. But we're on course.
We're on course.
We're on course.
Now, let me do a little bit of diversion. If you're just joining us on AM Charts, we've been talking business, and today we've looked at the financial sector. Right now, we're looking at technology in surveying. I remember that a couple of years ago, while I was still in school, a particular lady friend of mine was given quantity surveying as a course, and it was a totally big problem for her, and but she ended up, she finished with it and all that. I'm looking at this modern technology. Is this involved in the education now of students in the university, Nigerian universities and polytechnics who are studying to become surveyors? Are they exposed to this modern technology?
Definitely. Life is a continuum. If the younger ones that are coming behind are not opened to this modern development, definitely they will not be able to carry on. So between the practitioners, between the public and private practitioners, between the students, there is a synergy. So in such a way that everybody within the surveying family is abreast of the current trend, exactly, so that we all can be in the same on the same page in ensuring that we deploy the best to the public. You mentioned quantity surveying. I hope you know that we are land surveyors, and we are land surveyors.
They are totally different.
Completely
different. Well, I could just imagine how really bad it was. I think another one was given building.
Okay.
One studied it. I have a friend who studied building in OAU, and she had serious issues with that.
But the beautiful thing, Tomisin,
2 years down the line, she was enjoying it, because
she will definitely enjoy it.
And she's working now, she's doing so well.
She will definitely enjoy it. You see, the beautiful thing is each of these disciplines is very unique in their own sense. For us, we simply say surveying is the bedrock of all meaningful development. No matter who you are, whatsoever you want to do in the context of development, you will need location. You will need to know what you have. You will need to have an understanding of the quantum of what you have. It's only the surveyors that can do that. Whether it's on the land, on water, or in the air, we are there.
That's true.
Wherever location is important, wherever navigation is important, wherever direction is important. Whenever you need to know moving from here to the other place is involved, the surveyor are the one that will form the basis, the foundation that you need to relate with. And you see, when we now also talk about the issue of modern technology, it's to the advantage of the public, because by engaging the professional surveyor who keeps improving himself through our MCPD programs, mandatory continuous professional development, is abreast of the development and is able to deliver his professional competence to the advantage of the public. So we advise that the public should relate with the professional surveyor directly. They have a lot to gain. He keeps improving himself. He keeps getting better. He keeps looking at how can our society and the environment benefit from it. And that is the advantage of relating with the professional surveyors. We are available. We are available.
Scrupulous individuals are all around, you know, talking about being surveyors and all that. And how do you intend to know? How will this technology help you to curb some of this, you know, individuals who are obviously going to say that they are surveyors as well. That's what they tell people. But we know that there are so many, you know, unscrupulous ones out there. How do you use this technology? Will the technology help you in eliminating them or maybe reducing them?
Of course. There are surveyors.
Yes.
We are surveyors. We are professional surveyors. Before you can become a surveyor, you have regiments that you have to pass through. And you must be certified by federal government, SOCON. You must be given a seal, you must be given a certificate. For you to practice within the 4 walls of
that particular.
And at any time you want to engage a surveyor, you must request to get to his office. When you get to a professional surveyor's office, you conspicuously see it. That's going to display certificate.
And its association and
yes,
you know, its certification as part of the particular.
Yes, and that if you want to go further, we have our secretariat so close by to you. So your studio here is just like the CBD there. You can call me and make inquiry about a particular surveyor. And at any time you give out your job to anybody called himself a surveyor, that person, the person you are giving the job to, must be the person that his name must appear on the survey plan. You are giving out to that person. At any time, you must request to know whether you are actually giving your job to a professional surveyor or to a surveyor in quote. It's only a professional surveyor that can give the best, that can give the data that is reliable, that can give you what you can take and keep as a document to you.
Let me also add this to me before you move on, please. See, the public needs to get to a point that they need to understand that it is not everybody on the street that call himself a surveyor that is truly a surveyor. I've asked
an association that obviously would actually, you know, put some measures in place.
Definitely. I've heard people say, my surveyor did this, my surveyor did, and I ask, who is that person? He's a businessman that has just presented himself to you.
Exactly as a
surveyor. So the client, the public, the individual needs to take a step further. For God's sake, if you have an health challenge, you will take yourself to a place where you know it is the doctor that will attend to you. So why do the public just take anybody that comes around to say, I'm a surveyor? Simple basic questions that you can ask. Ask him for his registration number. So to say, I have mine, 1302. No other person have that number all over the nation. So ask him basic questions. Don't just meet surveyor on the run. Get to know him. Get to his office. In our practice, we have minimum standard that an office must be before we allow you to start to practice surveying. And all of this will go a long way because we want the public to have value for their money. So we encourage the public to look out for the professional surveyor. We are available. We are ready. We are at the public.
Advertise, don't worry. We advertise for you people very well. Our money is very cheap anyway. We are affordable, quite affordable. If you're wondering why we're talking about surveying this morning, we're actually looking at business opportunities and we're looking at professions that you can actually get involved in. We're looking at how Nigerians can actually get value for their money. You're wondering, the government is talking about investment opportunities in Nigeria and all that. Foreigners are also coming into the country and they're looking at investment opportunities. They can see it in Nigeria. surveying is another investment opportunity, and we're looking at the technology, investing more technology in that space so that we can get the best, and we can get the best navigation system in the world. When you're traveling now, you can put on your Google map,
Definitely.
and it gives you, and it says something like Alausa, Jota, and but these are things that we can do for ourselves.
Definitely.
That was done by people who survey the land space and all that.
Yes, we're the basic behind all of this development you see is surveying.
That's what I was just
it's surveying, because the Google will not work in abstract.
Yes,
there's a base map that the Google is working with,
feeds the information
exactly, and it is the surveyors that makes that available. So you see now what we mean by saying surveying is at the root of any development you might think of. And talking about investment opportunities, I think people also need to know that it is in their best interest to engage the professional surveyor at the beginning. At the onset, there is no form of development you want to have that will not need the surveyor as the foundation. So it is in the interest of the individual to, from that conceptual stage, get a surveyor on board. He'll be able to give a professional advice, he'll be able to give a professional guide, so that the chances of having to run into challenges will not be there. Again, whatsoever investment we're having, we always think of sustainability. Now, you find out that once the foundation is right, to build on it, to progress, to advance, will be a lot better. So people need to get it right from the foundation. Engage the right professional and ensure that it delivers its best, it makes available its competence to the overall investment opportunity that such individual is expecting to have.
Thank you so much, Mr. Odetumibi and Mr. Olarewaju, for being on today's show. We've been talking about modern technology, inland surveying, and the GNSS particularly. That's the global navigation for satellite systems. That's what we've been looking at. That's another technology. And that technology is relevant to every sphere of life. And that's why we brought into the studio this morning Mr. Odetumibi and Mr. Olarewaju to look into this and advise you as Nigerians, as Lagosians, if you're going to embark on any development project, whether it is business or family or personal, you need a surveyor right at the root of it. Get a professional surveyor. Thank you so much. We're going to go on this short break. When we come back, we're looking at Eden business opportunities. We're still looking at digital space in the digital space. We'll be right back.